All right, so when we get started, they both start the same way, whether you're doing a female pharaoh or a male pharaoh. They both have their head right there in the middle, and so I'm going to trace it with Sharpie so you can kind of see how big I'm going to make it. And I go ahead and do this part in pencil just to show you how hard it is to see the pencil on my paper. Okay, but look at how big I made it compared to the size of my piece of paper. All right, so very nicely go ahead and make your face in the middle of your paper. Yes, you may, dear. You got your iPad? Yep, right there by the hand sanitizer. All right, so both start out the same way. Now, in ancient Egypt, it didn't matter if you were a boy pharaoh or a female pharaoh. You would have shaved your head and you would have been bald because it was hot. It was a desert. And then a lot of times the male pharaohs like King Tut, you would run around and do everything with like no headdress on and just your bald head. But if you were a female pharaoh, you would have a very elaborately braided wig that you would wear. And your servants would put like perfumes and flowers in it so that you always smelled really good when you would sweat. And also, your hair would always look really nice. It didn't matter if it was hot or humid. Your hair always looked really nice. And so that was one of the reasons why they wore wigs, the females. So I'm gonna show you how to make a wig on the girl one, if the girl one is the one that you're picking to do. All right, for the boy one, we're gonna start with that one first. To start with the headdress, we are gonna arc out lines on either side. So I'm gonna go up from the corner of the head, and I'm gonna arc a line out. And then I'm going to kind of rotate it so that I can arc a line out on this side. And then, it's a little off. And then you're going to draw a curved line that connects the two. Okay? So a curved line that connects the two. If you're doing the girl one, you're going to do a curved line up and over like that. That's going to make the wig, and so I'm going to come down along the edge of the paper, past the head. Like that. All right, then to finish off the girl, I'm going to have two lines coming down on either side. And then the side of the wig is going to come over and connect. Come over and connect like that. Now the guy wanted to finish his headdress. It looks kind of funny, but it looks like you are making like a kindergartner drawing to where like you drew like little feet coming out of somebody's head like that. And then from those feet, we're going to curve up because you have to go around the shoulders. So I'm going to curve up on that side. I'm going to curve up on this side. And then it's going to curve up to match up with the headdress. To the top part. Oops, gonna get off your camera there. All right, then they were held on by headbands, and that's what we'll do next. I'll kind of let you guys get caught up here. Those of you in class, just let me know when you're ready to move on. You can give me a thumbs up. You can put your thumb down now. I know you're ready to move on. You're funny. This one is the boy and this one's the girl. So this one's like Cleopatra and this one's like King Tut. All right. so I'm going to start with the headband on the girl, and so I'm just going to pull the head lines up a little bit for the face, and I'm just going to have a curved line come across like that. For the guy, the headband would be right in here. Draw a curved line across there. All right, and then you can decorate the headband if you want to. While we're waiting for people to get caught up. All right, for the wig, we're gonna part it down the middle. I'm gonna draw a line parting it right down the middle, okay? And for the guys, above the headband, you're not gonna part it right down the middle. We're gonna work our way into the middle from both sides. So I'm gonna mirror this line right here, and I'm gonna do 1, 2, 3 on that side. And then I'm going to do 1, 2, 3 on that side. And it looks like I have enough room to do 1 more on either side. So you just kind of keep working until you get to the middle, like that. Okay. On the female, we're going to start at the top, and we're going to work our way down, curving out as we go. So I'm going to curve out. Curve out. I'm starting at the top each time. And then once I get past the headband, then I'm going to bring it down to the bottom. Down to the bottom. Then I can backtrack and draw some in there. And then do the other side the same.
The face looks like Molly.
All right, on the guys one, you guys have a little ruler like this in your bag. Okay, in your art bag, I put like a little ruler like this in there. So if you can find that, if you're doing the guy one, we're gonna use that to put the headdress, the rest of it. So I'm gonna line it up at the top like this. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna draw a line here and a line there. And then I'm gonna pull it down, line it up. And it's going to be that same width all the way down. I made your rulers perfect for this. That is a good width for the bands to go across the headdress on either side. These are horizontal lines, meaning they go across and not straight up and down. You can't find your ruler, just use like a straight edge. You could use the straight edge of your journal. You doing it? Why not? You good too? Okay. Alex, are you good? Okay. All right. Real quick, the next step is going to be the pharaohs would have a beard, and so I'm going to draw that beard between these two parts of their headdress. So I'm going to draw a curved line on the chin, and their beard would be as long as their headdress. So I'm going to draw the curved lines coming down. Now, I don't have an eraser for Sharpie, because I'm drawing in Sharpie, so I'm going to use whiteout. But just erase that pencil line right there. Okay. All right, and then the girls, you're gonna have a neck. And the guys, you will also have a neck that kind of goes back behind, like that. I'll let you do that real quick and get caught up. All right, the next part we're gonna do is a braid, okay, in the beard. And then girls, you can also do a braid in the hair. So how you do a braid, I'm gonna show you on a sheet of white paper here, okay? So if this is like the beard, you got the chin coming in, and here is like your beard, okay? To do a braid, we're gonna make like the capital letter T. So I'm going to go diagonal line to the middle, and I'm going to pull off that letter T like that. Okay, so I'll show you over here on this one. Diagonal line, line down like this. Okay, so that's the start of a braid. Then, where you have the middle part here on this line, we're going to turn that into a capital T. So I'm going to go like that and pull a line back down. And we're just going to keep reversing. So here's a T this way, and then a T this way, then this way, then that way, then that way. And that's how you make a braid. Now, the cool thing about braids is that the girl's hair was also braided. So if you did the girl, you can braid your hair. I highly suggest that you don't braid all of her hair, every strand, because that's going to become really tedious. But if you want to put a few strands of braided hair in hers, do that, so it adds a little bit of texture to your piece. But I wouldn't sit there and braid every one, so that's a lot of work. Trust me, I did it last quarter. And then coloring them in was tedious. So like I could go every other one. Like there. Then I can braid a couple over there if I want to. All right, and the next thing is that they actually had a necklace on their death mask. So if you look here at King Tut's, you can kind of see it below his beard and over to his shoulder. there was a necklace that ran across underneath. And so we're gonna add that necklace real quick. And the easiest way to add that necklace is to rotate them around. I always tell students it is easier to draw a rainbow than it is a smiley face because your arm just naturally goes in that arc when you draw, okay, with your wrist movement. And so you're gonna arc a line out and around, down to the bottom of your paper and back up. Okay, so you want it to go all the way down. Then we're gonna do a few strands in there because they had different gems that were in each line. So we're gonna draw some different patterns in there. Okay, so like that. And do the same thing for the girls. That goes down to the bottom of your paper and then back up. Okay. All right, so after you have that done, you could keep braiding the hair if you're doing the girl one. You can start designing like things to go on the necklace. So like I could do a row of circles like this. Maybe the next one will be kind of like mimicking what's in a headband. You could just do straight lines in a section if you wanted to. You guys have that little compass thing, and then I made you that has circles on it. You could definitely use that to make some circles out of your art bag. That would work. You could use the ruler to make straight lines if you wanted to. Just pretend that the pattern goes back behind the headdress. If you're doing the guys, to get it to come up over to the side. So I know I'm only working on his necklace, but definitely do the same thing if you're doing a girl. Okay, that you could be designing her necklace. Okay, that you could be putting little gems on. This. If you run out of things to draw, you could just repeat. I've done that, where I just repeated what I drew. Did 3 and was like, I ran out of ideas, let me just repeat. This. All right, next time we will work more on like the face and finishing up any last minute details. So don't worry about a face just yet. I will talk more about that next time. Right now, just kind of keep working on your necklace area, finishing up anything that you haven't got done on the top part. And then when I see you guys next class, we will work on the face. There's a few things I want to help you with when you're drawing a face. All right. Oh, I think my phone's going off saying it's time to be done. It's just really quiet. All right,